Hey, I'm back with my friends, and today I thought we'd talk about what TV show or movie we'd like to see remade in Japanese. Because, obviously Japan has lots of good ideas, but other countries have good ideas too, and we'd like to see Japanese versions of these TV shows or movies. So,
It's movies now. It wasn't movies before.
well, I said movies, I said books too, but
No, but even when we were discussing it before,
Okay.
which we did do.
yeah, do you want to
It
do a
was just
movie?
TV shows? No, I
No.
do TV shows. I
What?
thought I should clarify
Like
because he's going to. We're going to do TV shows.
Okay, well let's do TV shows. So it's
Then
TV
movies,
shows.
maybe.
Okay, we can do that afterwards.
Movies in the comments.
Yeah, you pick your own movie and book. So I'll start here with Graham. What do you recommend?
So I'm going to go for an Australian TV show called The Checkout.
Mm-hmm.
The Checkout is a consumer affairs watchdog style program. They review a lot of industry practices.
That's
They
good.
talk a lot about consumer rights. So it's good because it tells people what their rights are if they have problems when doing anything. They cover a variety of topics from buying real estate to electricity bills or mobile phone contracts.
And they make it fun. That's a good
And
thing.
yeah, they make it fun, so they make it entertaining. They have lots of little skits.
That's actually good. I think I know in America they have shows similar to that, but I think in Japan they don't have so much investigative journalism
Yeah,
like that.
I think in Japan they're reluctant to air things that would be critical of companies.
Mm.
Whereas in this, they have a segment where people complain about the company. Is it called Fuck You or what's it called?
If YouTube.
F YouTube?
Yeah.
It's like you can upload your own video on their F YouTube site,
Okay.
complaining about your experiences with a company, and they'll investigate some of them each week.
Yeah. That's the name of the TV show. We're not saying F YouTube. Don't demonetize my video. So just want to make that clear. But anyways, it sounds
That's
good.
Not swearing though.
Yeah, but who knows what they're gonna do? Just leave my video alone, please.
Leave it out.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'll go to you, Brady. What do you think they should do?
I thought about Survivor first. Just might be interesting to see Japanese people trying to survive in the wilderness. Be fun to watch, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
But then I changed it to Shark Tank. I think it'd be very interesting to see a Japanese version of that.
Explain to them what Shark Tank is, because some people know, but I'm sure my Japanese viewers may not know what it is.
It's a program where people come into a TV studio and sit in front of 5 entrepreneur investors, and they have to pitch their idea for a business and hopefully get an investment from one or more of them. And they come in with their ideas, different businesses and things like that. It can be quite interesting. I'd love to see some of the crazy ideas some of the people have. Obviously not too stupid, because you don't want it to be slapsticky comedy.
Yeah.
It's a serious program,
Well, sometimes it's funny though, because oftentimes the judges will, really chew out the people that come in with the inventions. But sometimes people come in with great inventions. Like I saw one that was really simple, but it was interesting. It was for making water balloons, because if you ever make water balloons, it's hard to tie them. So we made one where you can just swing it around and you can tie a water balloon in 4 seconds or something like that. So it's one of those things you think you don't need, but it's if I saw this in a 100 yen store or even for 400 yen, I'd probably buy it. So I know lots of Japanese people have good ideas for things like that. They just maybe don't know how to get their business off the ground, or they don't have the money to do it. So I think that'd be a good idea also.
Maybe a home improvement show. There's not a lot of that here, because people don't really do that. They just tear it down and start again.
That's
do
true.
A new one, but maybe just little home improvement ideas. I know there's probably something like that somewhere, but
What's really strange is I don't see lots of Japanese shows on TV about crafts, but there's tons of Japanese people that actually like making crafts or cooking things, but there's not enough shows, I think, for the amount of people that do these things. So I'm kind of surprised they don't have more shows like that, but
They don't have a lot of cooking shows either. Like they have cooking shows, but it's like
somebody
an
eating
old
food.
lady there with a frying pan just cooking something very quick, but not like a real serious.
Yeah, if you ever seen like those Kara Bento where they make like the lunch boxes and they have like anime characters, I would think they'd show something like that on TV, but I've never seen that. Just like in Instagram pictures, but I don't know. People go hard with those things, but
What about the other way?
what?
A Japanese program that you want our countries to do.
Okay, well, let me get to my idea. Let me get to my idea first.
I can't answer that. I don't know enough Japanese programs.
So,
What's your idea?
yeah.
Haven't we got to yours yet?
No, you're just getting too wrapped up in Shark Tank.
Ah.
Okay, well,
We've done something.
yeah.
You didn't tell us beforehand either, did you?
Yeah, no, I did.
Did you?
You're kind of spacing out here.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I
so
vaguely remember something, but it's gone.
so my idea was to do The Office in Japan.
Ah, right.
So, for those who don't know, The Office is called like mockumentary. It's documentary style, but it's actually a scripted TV show, and it's set in an office. And the reason I think this would be good for Japan is, one, it's funny, but also, in Japan, lots and lots of people work in offices, so they understand it. And lots of people tell me stories about like crazy things happening, or like how bad or like bad their boss is, or how bad their coworker is. So I think this could be like a really funny show that would be very relatable to lots of people. But for some reason they haven't done it in Japan, even though they've done it in like 20 different countries. But I think this would be good in Japan. I think people would like it. So
What sort of characters would you have? I imagine you'd have a guy that was always asleep,
yeah,
is basically.
yeah, like the sleep
They were
guy.
always like, what are we going to do with this guy?
Yeah, I'd probably have the sexual harassment guy at like
Yeah,
parties
so-
where like everybody not only works in the office, but people don't know this. In many Japanese companies, after work, you go out to drink, and sometimes it's kind of forced. You don't want to, but lots of times people drink and they're like, sexually harassing women and things like this. And although really you're not supposed to do it, it happens quite often. So I think this is maybe a good character. Have like the buffoonish boss like they have in The Office in UK and America, but also other people that sleep all the time, etc. So I'll let the Japanese people come up with the characters, but to be honest, I think it's an easy show because I think these characters, like if you just ask Japanese people like what kind of people are strange at your office, people can come up with tons of them. Really, it's easy. You're saying what Japanese show or what types of Japanese shows would you like to see come to your country?
No,
Actually, I don't know the names.
because I don't watch them.
Oh, I don't know the names of them. I can describe what
Okay,
they
describe
have at the moment. One is where this probably wouldn't work in our countries because of the different situation, but they send the father lives in another country and he's working, and they send his kids to visit him and surprise him at his office in India or whatever country. India comes to mind, but yeah, and it's just always nice to see that moment when, like, they cover the journey of the two kids to the father, and then of course he thinks that he's being interviewed for some kind of documentary, and then it's a surprise attack kind of thing. And the other one is where they send like 3-year-old, 4-year-old kids to the supermarket by themselves to do an errand for their mother, and they're like, there's cameramen everywhere hidden. The cameras are hidden in secret locations and that. Like, yeah, it does, but they're protected. But it's whether they can make it or not, whether they can do it, what they come back with, the products.
Yeah,
it's a really
yeah.
cute show, and I reckon that would work really well.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a Japanese
Yeah,
tradition
sure,
where
yeah.
they send like children at 5 years old, 6 years old to like go to the store and pick something up to like prove their independence, I guess. So I think that'd be good.
And sometimes the older kid takes like a quite young sibling with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny to watch. It's cute. It's cute.
Yeah. Okay.
Ainori. Remember Ainori?
No.
The Love Bus show where they had a bunch of couples in a bus traveling around the world,
right.
and when they paired up, they were off the
But I've
bus.
never seen it.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good show.
I
It was a
heard
good
there
idea.
was one girl who like confessed she was in love with a cameraman who she'd never spoken to.
Yeah,
That sounds crazy. I had
I
never
reckon
heard
that's
that.
a good idea.
That's quite a good.
That's kind of interesting, yeah. So
It's just you'd have to like filter out people that weren't
Crazy
just on
people,
there to
yeah.
be permanently on the show.
Just
Or
Just wanna
they,
trip around the
or
world.
they were so unattractive, like either physically or mentally, that
Because the idea is that they
They-
become a
nobody
couple
wants them.
and then they're off the bus. But if you want to stay on the bus and you just never become a couple with someone, it'd be hard to do. Unless you get kicked off.
Forever alone. See some guy with a beard on there. He's been on there for 5 years. Maybe sad.
They already have versions of those action shows where they, what they call it, Wipeout or something.
I don't know.
That was a Japanese concept.
I don't know. Yeah, but the only thing I can think of is, as you know, I love anime, and there's lots of like fantasy and sci-fi books in America. They're really well written, but like they can't get made into movies because it costs too much because of the special effects. So I'd like to see lots of fantasy books or sci-fi books that have like great stories be changed into anime. So now they have like the way they make them in Japan. It's like the drawings and the like actual stories made at the same time. But I think in America, sometimes as good or sometimes even better stories are available, but because you can't make live action versions because the CGI is too much, they just never get made. So I'd like to see them made as anime. So I think that would be good, and I would love it. Especially Brandon Sanderson, one of my favorite fantasy writers. I think that would be good. Or even some of the George R. Martin, A Song of Ice inspired stories. Like, of course you have Game of Thrones on TV, but there's older stories. They have lots of stuff about like dragons and something like that, but it costs too much. But as an anime, I think it could work, because of course, just drawing something, it doesn't cost more to draw a dragon, so yeah, I think it'd be good that way. But I guess that's it for today. Thank you, both of you, for helping me. If you have any comments, leave them below. Give me a thumbs up, share it, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, see you.
We make this video into Japanese.
Yeah, exactly. Make this into Japanese.
If you enjoyed that video, subscribe. Also, feel free to comment down below and check out some of my other videos here. Or is it here?